In this demonstration, I'll walk through basic steps of a predictive site survey using Ekahau Site Survey Pro. You can see I already started modeling an office floor plan, but let me recap on the steps already completed. Scale is very important to good predictive design, so the first step after adding the floor plan is to scale the drawing. Even if you're picking up this project where someone else left off, I would recommend confirming the accurate scale. Let's zoom into these inside rooms. I'll choose a scale tool. And I know the length of this inside wall is around 35 feet, so it looks like we're pretty good there. After scaling the drawing, you typically begin outlining the floor plan with selected wall types. Ekahau has a wall outlining wizard called WOW, which allows you to open AutoCAD DWG files, map layers to wall types, and then have the wizard automatically create the walls. I'm showing the manual method here though. Most of the walls have already been outlined, but I left a few off. So choose the wall tool. I'm outlining drywall walls, so I'll choose drywall. And we just trace our walls. So click to start, click to stop. Click to start, just click to stop. You can also create attenuation areas for cubicles, retail shelves, elevators, and more. Just select the attenuation tool and then choose the attenuation type. So I'm going to use the attenuation for my elevator shafts. There's one, just click, click. One more over here. You can also define exclusion areas where you're not planning for coverage. We'll choose the exclusion area tool. And I'm not planning coverage in the mechanical room. Fit the drawing. Once we finish with the walls, attenuation areas, and exclusion areas, we can start placing APs. Choose our AP tool. I'm placing an Adtran blue socket 2030, and we'll just click to place it in the drawing. Now, where did I place this AP? The hallway, right? One concern with hallway deployments is the funnel effect. You could end up having co-channel interference with APs in a completely different area of the building. Recommended design practice today is to place the APs where the clients are. Notice what happens when I move the AP into a room. We don't have the funnel effect now. Now let's edit the AP. I want to edit the 2.4 radio. And we'll change the power of the 2.4 radio to 4 milliwatts. And then let's repeat that for the 5 gigahertz radio. I want the 5 gigahertz power at 13 milliwatts. We're looking at the 2.4 signal strength now. Here's 5 gigahertz. Remember today we design around 5 gigahertz and then lower the power of the 2.4 gigahertz radio and even turn some off for a number of deployments. When you define AP settings, the next APs you place will use the same settings. With the manual method of placement, APs are placed around the map and then fine-tuned to meet your design requirements. Fine-tuning means moving your APs around and adjusting power. That's the key benefit of predictive modeling. You're modeling to create results that meet your design requirements. Now let me undo all the manual AP placements. Ekahau has an auto planner. First we define the coverage area. We'll choose the area tool. We can then choose from predefined coverage requirements, or from the project menu we can choose coverage requirements. Here we can see the values of the predefined coverage requirements. For example, my network requirements, signal strength is -67 dBm and signal to noise ratio is 20 dB. If we choose high speed, high usage, that changes to -75 dBm and 10 dB SNR. Let's see, Cisco. That's neg 67 dBm for signal strength and 25 dB SNR. One more. How about Polycom? Well, Polycom's signal strength requirement is neg 60 dBm and also 25 dB. So let's change that back to my network requirements. You can adjust and create your own to meet the project's design requirements. Once the area and requirements have been defined, we choose Auto Planner. With Auto Planner, you can plan based on your coverage requirements, but you can also include capacity planning. Just make sure this checkbox is selected, and then configure the devices that you have on the network. So let's add some devices. I'm going to add 50 laptops to stream, and we'll add 50 tablets. Close that. You can choose the AP and the power. So we have our 2.4 radio at 4 milliwatts and our 5 gig radio at 13 milliwatts as a starting point. You can choose whether you're doing 20 megahertz or 40 megahertz channels. And you can also configure which uni channels you want to use. So we're ready to go. I'll click Create Plan. The Auto Planner automatically planned the number of APs and the channel plan. You can see that you still have to do a little fine tuning, but it gets you close. This demonstration was meant to introduce you to predictive modeling. For additional information on Ekahau's Site Survey Pro, visit Ekahau's website.